Hi, I'm Stephanie with Board Game Geek here at Origins 2017 here with Ted Alsbach. And we are with Bezier Games, and we're going to be talking about Werewords.
Yes, Werewords.
What
So
words?
excited.
Werewords.
Yes, no, their words.
Their words.
Their hump.
So I'm familiar with, One Night Ultimate Werewolf and all of the One Night, universe, and all of the werewolf universe.
Sure.
But this is sort of that way, but a little different, right?
Yeah. It has the same basic idea. You've got a village team and you've got a werewolf team.
Yep.
As many of the other werewolf-like games have. However, in this case, we have a mayor character, and he's been a very industrious mayor because he's gone out and found himself a magic word that will protect the village from werewolves.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, good job. Why didn't someone think of that before?
Well, I'm
right?
glad we elected him.
Yeah, exactly. It's like smart idea. All he needs is for the seer, who has basically got the magic power going on, and all the villagers in the village to say the magic word at the same time.
Okay.
If they all say it at the same time, werewolves can't get in, everyone's happy, except for the werewolves, of course. But,
they're very sad.
And that's great. So good job, Mayor. Unfortunately, that magic word is so powerful, it's rendered him speechless.
Wow.
Yeah, and so now the rest of the village has to figure out what the magic word is.
Yeah.
The seer is very clever. She learned what the magic word is. Unfortunately, at the same time, so did the werewolves.
Oh, no.
Now, she would love to just say, hey, villagers, here it is. But as soon as she does that, the werewolves are going to kill her, and then they can't use the magic word to protect the village anymore.
Yes.
The werewolves, on the other hand, are trying everything they can do to stop everybody from figuring out this magic word. And so this is kind of the structure of the game.
Yep.
And we have this very cool app that makes it work. We shuffle all the cards up, everyone gets a card. The player with the mayor turns their card over, and then they get one more roll. So they could be a villager, they could be a seer, they could also be a werewolf. Now, that would be unfortunate, but it can happen. If they're one of the village team, or village people, you could call them, then what will happen is they're going to do their best to try and get everyone to figure out the word. So they have these lovely little yes/no tokens because they can't speak.
Right.
Everyone's
They're basically just doing thumbs up or something. Thumbs
up. But what's cool about this is people asking questions. They say, is this thing bigger than Stephanie's head? And they're like, oh yeah, it is. And so they get a yes token. That's great. And they can say, does it cost more than $5? No. And you get a no token. And you give those tokens go out to people. So by the end of the game, you're going to see who's answering questions well, who's answering a lot of stupid questions possibly, who's trying to throw people off track or whatever. So you actually have a record at the end of the game of where the questions were asked. At that point,
there's some maybe tokens also.
Yes, there's maybe tokens just in case you don't know. You're like, well, actually, it's the exact same size. It is Stephanie's head. That's what we're looking for. So I'm like, I have to put maybe because it's not bigger or smaller.
Yeah,
so,
it is my head. It's in there. You put that in the game.
We actually have a thing called So Close. So I'll say, it's so close. And
oh,
they go,
okay.
Is it Stephanie's head? And I'm like, yes, that's correct. And then,
okay. Cool.
So we have this great app that runs through the whole thing for everyone. What's really nice about it, though, is that since the mayor can be any of these roles, as soon as we hit play here, it's going to go ahead, and it's going to be hard to hear the audio here.
Yeah, we're familiar with this. Everyone close your eyes. Mayor, wake up and tap your secret roll so that you can say if you're a seer, villager, or a werewolf.
So let's say he's a villager.
It's a villager.
At that point, it displays a couple different secret words for him. And he's going to think, oh, which of these do I think I can get people to answer?
Spear or
well,
candy.
it depends on the group.
Yeah,
so he's going to go with candy.
Candy. And this is the level of difficulty easy, right?
We're on easy. We're on super easy right now. So this is really, really easy stuff.
So it asks you to verify your word.
The mayor sees it, and then the seer gets to see the word. So everyone else's eyes are closed.
Seer, wake up, and this is saying this out loud.
And then finally,
seer sees candy.
And at this point now, the werewolves are going to be able to see what that word is.
Yeah, it's unfortunate.
So you could have, in the case with with 7 players here, you could have 4 of them knowing the word, which is kind of funny because everyone's acting like they don't know the word.
Yeah. Gosh, but I can't think of what it is. So then everyone wake up. Wow, 4 minutes. We have 4 minutes to figure it out.
So
that's
4 minutes
quick.
we found, we did a ton of playtesting, which is super fun with this game. And 4 minutes is like just the right amount of time.
Yes.
So not only do you have just 4 minutes, you actually have basically 36 of these yes/no tokens.
So if you run out of those, you obviously can't ask any more questions.
So you run out of time, or if you happen to tap this, whoop, we're out of tokens thing, it says, oh no, you've run out of time, or you're out of tokens. And at that point, everybody is looking around and going, okay, who are the werewolves? Because clearly they screwed it. Either they asked me stupid questions and used up the tokens, they wasted people's time going, let me see, my question is, whatever, anything that they can do to slow it down and take us off track maybe. And they'll just say ridiculous things possibly, but at the time it may not seem that way, but they know, oh, this is never going to get them to the right word.
Right.
And at that point, everyone votes and says, basically points at someone to say, we think you're a werewolf. Of course, the werewolves are never going to point at each other or anyone else.
Probably not.
So all these folks have to figure that out, kind of get together and go, we really think Stephanie, or actually more likely Beth.
It's probably Beth as well.
Yeah, I would say Beth is probably the werewolf. So everyone points at Beth, and she's a record a little bit held. She is a werewolf.
She is a werewolf.
We still win,
yeah,
even though we didn't get the word.
Right, as long as we get a werewolf.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that's cool. Now, if we actually
don't guess the word.
Yeah, if we don't get the word, we're looking for the werewolf, we can still win. But let's say we went the other way and we actually got the word correct. That's good. So it says, hey, congratulations, you got it. You figured it out. Yay.
Yeah.
At this point, the werewolves are going to turn their cards up. If there's two of them, we're going to allow people in the game. You have two of them there. They can discuss amongst themselves who they think the seer is. Because now they're looking for the seer, which clearly helped out the village to figure it out.
Possibly.
And if they can figure out who the seer is by pointing at him, then they still win, even though we got
They have to collectively decide on which one.
They actually, if there's two werewolves, they get to vote for two different people.
Ooh.
Yeah, so it's tough. So the seer's got to be really careful.
Yeah,
She's going to be like
really
almost right.
Like if the mayor is seer, they have to have figured that out, right?
Yes, if the mayor's a seer, they have to figure that out. And the cool thing about when the mayor's a seer, because no one else can really help at this point, because obviously the mayor already knew the word, so he's just giving out tokens.
So maybe it's more obvious who the werewolves are.
It maybe, but instead, what happens is the app will give you slightly easier words to choose from.
Oh, okay.
Now, the mayor has to be careful when he's choosing this one because it's super easy, like cat or dog, because the werewolves are going to go, I'm pretty sure the mayor's the seer. It's a super easy word.
Yeah.
It made it just too easy for everyone to figure out.
Right.
So there's a little strategy there when the mayor's actually picking a word to see if he can throw them off. And he may pick an easier word when he's a villager, and hopefully they'll blame him, when they get the word or not. And so there's a whole lot of different levels there. And of course, if the mayor is a werewolf, super fun because the mayor can lie about his answers.
Oh,
so you can ask, is it bigger than Stephanie's head? And you go, sure, it's bigger than Stephanie's head.
And it's really not. Oh, okay. So then they have to figure out.
So at the end, they're going to see the word, and they're going to know if the mayor gives some sketchy answers. But the mayor could always say, well, I just didn't know. I don't know what that word means, or I thought it.
What does candy mean?
Thing.
I don't know.
Yeah, exactly. I thought it meant my friend Candy, and she's a lot bigger than Stephanie's head. So there's a lot of different things that people want to know. So that's the game. The app is super awesome. So we've got 4 different levels of difficulty. Easy words, which are just showing very simple. More medium words, which are a lot more proper nouns, and slightly more abstract things, like time or numbers, or just unusual things like that. Hard, which are I would say your typical SAT words, I know what that means, but boy, how am I going to get them to guess this, because it's kind of out there. And then we have ridiculous, which are words that most people have never heard of.
That's kind of fun, though.
It is super fun, and you can still, it's amazing. Some people will actually play on ridiculous, and they'll still be able to get the words occasionally. And of course, the seer can help with that, too, right? As long as they know what the word is. If they don't know what it is, then that makes it
What do you do?
But there's still different levels. There's the ability to go ahead and bring in your own words.
Oh, okay.
So it starts with this default list.
I was going to ask how many words there are in
more
there.
More than 10,000 words.
So that's a lot.
Yeah. So you're not going to.
Even if you
do the same word twice, it's such a random chance. It's awesome.
Totally.
We have you can load your own word list. You just create a new word list here, paste in a bunch of words.
Let's make the word Twitch.
Twitch.
Can we make the word Twitch? Yeah.
We can add. Yes, that'd be just a single word.
So you would just
Twitch.
go. Oh, you a whole list. Yeah.
Or titch.
Or titch. Titch is a word.
Okay. Or teach.
Or teach.
Wow. I have
there you go,
typing,
Twitch.
Clearly. But we can put in pretty much anything.
So we can put in a bunch of
words
stuff.
or whatever.
And you can call them different difficulties.
Yeah, you can set the difficulty of it. I'll say that's a ridiculous list because there's all those letter F's there.
I see you're naming this list Steph here.
And then you save it.
This ridiculous list is named after me.
Yeah, and then we have one called Steph. That's ridiculous. Has a bunch of letter F's in it. And those will come up if you play on a ridiculous level.
Okay.
And that's checked. And so you can mix and match your different things.
Oh, and you can decide to uncheck that later and check that one. Yeah. So that's cool.
And even more than that, if you go to werewords.com, we have a place where people can upload their own lists, and you can just simply click a button, copy them, and paste them right into your app.
Oh, cool.
So we actually put a whole setup there. We have 1,000 words in a movie list of the 4 different difficulty levels. So it's all movie stuff. Movie titles and actors and props, locations, and just cool movie-related stuff.
Yeah, that's really neat.
And it's really fun.
Yeah, okay. Is this available now? I'm pretty sure I saw it over there in the booth.
It is. We actually flew a bunch in for Origins. So we have them at Origins right now.
Yeah.
I don't know how many we'll have left. We've been selling pretty good.
Yeah.
And then it'll be out in July for everybody else.
Okay, out in July for everyone to be able to get Werewords by Bezier Games.